Okay, this is the second part to the things I said. I was talking about being forced to take credit, right? And I knew that they have passwords to my bank account, and I knew from the very beginning. I know that they are super demoralized, and they won't have any kind of like fear of putting me in a depths. So in 2021, I reported on police that someone broke into my some of my, I don't know, Google account or into my internet. I was reporting that I'd like to check. I'd like police to check Google base to check which IPs were locked on my accounts, so they will be able to catch people who are right now using my account, Facebook account. I will show you this report, as I believe that it's enough to go to the police station and ask for papers that I leave them to check it, and unfortunately the investigation didn't start. But I was super scared about this advertisement. I was getting text messages that if you want to borrow money, just call us. If you want to borrow money, and there was in the advertisement there was plenty of they were using quite big amounts in their text. Plus, I saw on Google, on my Google, that my location is actually Pruszków. Pruszków is the place where they live. I have a screenshot of this. So, as you might think, and as you might imagine, I was never been in Pruszków. I've never been in Pruszków, but there in Pruszków. So someone who was logged on my Google account was in Pruszków, which is in Warsaw. I saw a few times, and I was able to take screenshots of my location is Warsaw, my location is Pruszków, my location is some city, Powiat Wołomiński. It's near them. It was in 2021 when I reported this, and I showed this to police as evidence that someone in there is using my account. At the time, I had like I was not that sure that they're actually in Pruszków, but I started to realize, okay, it has to be like them. Till that, before I felt like I've made some kind of I call this like I don't know important, but I tried to in English. I tried to figure it out where they are actually, because I was given some excerpt of information. And after this testing, because they're all the time interacting, as they try as hard as possible to run away, so actually they made it. They made mistakes because they tried to show like they are not in there, and actually the result was opposite. I started to be like more convinced that this is psychiatric. This is a psychiatric clinic from Warsaw, from this particular clinic. That time I didn't realize that this is Pruszków. I thought it's in Warsaw. But after having this email, like another email, this text messages and emails maybe also, but I mean basically Google. When I saw this location Pruszków, then I checked, and okay, it's psychiatric clinic in Pruszków. So they started to use my accounts, and from that time I started to have advertisements of offers of credits, and I started to have different advertisement of English. That's why I think my English level, as they are kind of jealous about this, and seriously they are jealous about this. I think it's included something. The slide includes also something about my English level. English level. I don't know what they trying to convince you that they taught me English, and before I couldn't speak. As it's not true, as I worked in London for 10 months. In London, I've learned a lot of English. I came there and I had like basis. Like I said, I was attending a linguistic class, so you know, my vocabulary and environment and about some crazy things was quite well. I could speak also with friends. I had friends from Pakistan in 2013. I made a great friendship with people from Pakistan. As I worked in England before, and we were speaking all English, as you might think. I don't speak Pakistani, right? I don't speak Turkish. And we are friends, so I made friendships with a girl from Philippines, and we were speaking English. I worked in England. That time my level wasn't great, I got to say, but it was super enough to speak with people, have fun, talk, and everything. In London, my level increased a lot. One of you, my sunshine, knows that actually I've made super big progress, and but still it wasn't enough. It was super enough to read casual things, but it wasn't enough to read researchers, like I said. And when I started to read researchers, and the researchers are written quite formal language, and really try to do the best to to look like educational, academic, right way. And I started to like become like a sponge that is taking all this vocabulary. I started to learn to program, and I didn't have any kind of problems with tutorials. There were, I don't know, 50 of them, 50 tutorials. I've learned a lot about computer science and information technology. So from cybersecurity, I will speak quite a lot about this, and program and other system operating systems, system architecture, processors, techniques of exploitation. There are a lot of this. Some blogs, but also I've read one book, Modern Operating Systems, a few books, but Modern Operating Systems from Andrew Tannenbaum. This book is 800 pages, written in a very official way. Really, sometimes it's hard to read this. I've read Linux system programming, also in English. I've read The Art of Hacking, also in English. I read one book about penetration testing. It was the author is a professor at one of universities. I believe it was in USA. I don't remember the title of this book. I wanted to move forward, and I would have to. It was something like, obviously something like in the title, like penetration testing and stuff. Later I started, and I stopped on this book, but I have to finish the book. But it is the title is about system programming and actual network programming. It's something about network Linux network programming by Stephen Richards. This book, one part is 1,300 pages. I started 300 page number 300, and this one part, the second part, I don't know, it was something about 500 pages. But I've basically read a lot. I read a lot, and I was able to do this. And I was able to do this from the very beginning, without any kind of preparation, without any kind of obviously very rarely, as I decided, I want to have this. I strongly believe in this neural network, this neural network algorithm that is in our head. Is like kind of we are kind of machines, right? And I believe that in power of, like, if you are super confident, and if you are about your intelligence, obviously, about if you are super convinced that you will do this, if you're not scared about failing, if you're not scared about sometimes getting context in a completely incorrect way, if you're not scared of like moving forward and doing more, then you will do this, right? At the end of the day. So this is about English, and I'm happy that I was able to figure it out. By the way, I've made our videos. Sometimes they try to interrupt me. In the previous one, they interrupt me a lot. I hope you don't have a problem with. I don't think that I have a problem with speaking, but I'm a bit afraid that I have a problem with microphone on my computer, and I speak quite quiet, right, in a quiet way, and I don't speak that clear. So you are able to but I hope you won't have any problems, and I hope you don't need any kind of subtitles. I hope that all of you speak English, and I think you will get it isn't about English. I'm happy that I was able to explain this thing. Excuse me. Later I'll explain more. Please take your time. You don't have to, I'm not into, I don't want to convince you about things I say. I want to ask you for criticism in your thinking, and thinking like, there's a chance to get the truth, and if this is this memory decoding notion, right? So if we're able to decode memory, why not to check it, right? Why not to check it? I want to say, I consider organizers as my friends, right? I consider them as my friends, as people who wanted to help me. I have also some kind of thinking that they are just part of our bigger criminal ground. But there is the note they want to tell me, so I want you to, contact me with my friends, okay? I want to contact you with my friends, because otherwise, I don't want to make steps that involve any kind of violence, and it's unnecessary. Basically, it's unnecessary. It is possible to get to see my history. Okay, they will see history. They will do things that are that's supposed to happen with people from Warsaw. They will be able to, I don't know, protect you somehow, right? And that's what you're probably interested in, right? You're not interested in my life. You're not interested in people from Warsaw. You're not interested in anything else that's your own like position in this world, like settings. So I strongly suggest you and ask you to contact me with my friends, okay, organizers. Thank you.